And we're back as if no time has passed, because it feels like no time ever passes in between making these, because we're so damn busy, but we still make time for you. It's Girth,
right.
Wind, and Fire, episode 4. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Download Some RAM, here with the one, the only, the TSM super fan himself, the Adrian Wojnarowski. Is that who it is in the NBA?
I don't know.
Woj
I don't know NBA.
He's this dude. He's just like this old Jewish guy that has like all of the inside information on when trades are happening, and so he's always the first one to report it. It's so weird.
He's the Jacob Wolf.
I don't know what that is.
NBA. You don't know Jacob Wolf?
Should I know Jacob Wolf?
I mean, he's the League of Legends, that guy.
Oh, son of a bitch, really?
Yeah.
Well,
he's the ESPN reporter.
Oh, well, I had no idea. And now I know. So yeah, you're the Adrian Wojnarowski of Wojnarowski. Anyway, you're the Woj of TSM, and you're here with us because this is our podcast, and we've just spent the first minute and 13 seconds talking about absolutely nothing.
Don't we spend a full 30 to 40 minutes talking about nothing? I mean, isn't that?
Yeah, exactly. Only 29 more to go, and then we
really
hit our quota. But we had a much more successful week this week. We went 2-0 in the NALCS, and it felt good, man. It felt good to finally. I can't tell you the last time I got to make a 2-0 weekend video. And it was
I was thinking that is last split was all about 1-1s. Like we were just like 50-50 in every weekend.
Almost. Yeah, last couple splits almost. It was rough, man.
Yeah. So it felt real good to 2-0. I think it was a good response to having gone 0-2, which is just a horrible way to start. It's really just an awful way to start.
It takes the wind out of your sails.
It really does, especially with like a spring. Like if it was summer, that's like a different story. But spring, man, that just is rough. It's a rough way to start for a fan. But a nice 2-0, pretty clean. Now, to be fair, they were against two teams that are not particularly great.
That are not good. I would go far as to say that they are not good teams.
Well, but I mean, in that same vein, Immortals is not good either, and we lost again against them. So
let me have this, okay?
I know. It's just at this point, it's all gonna get worse because we're gonna have to play like Cloud9 and Dignitas, and you know what I mean. Like we're gonna have to play like really good team and FlyQuest moving forward. So yeah, I'm interested.
TreeQuest?
I mean TreeQuest. I mean Duvet Quest.
Oh wait, what?
You get Duvet cover.
That was pretty funny, actually.
Thank you. Yeah,
that was good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so we'll see. But this was a much better, much more decisive showing than last week was. Still a little rocky for some parts of it. Our mid game is still not as clean as I want it to be. But
you could just leave it as our mid game is still not.
It's still not.
It's just not.
No,
there is no mid game. I noticed a couple things more specifically. I guess we can kind of just dive into it. The first game, boy howdy, I liked the addition of Dardoch when it was announced. I was like, oh, he's gonna do it. And after the first 4 games of the split, he is looking like a pretty weak link. In this roster, and especially in that in the first game of the weekend against son of a bitch, Evil Geniuses. There it is. It's been a rough work week. Against Evil Geniuses, he did not look so hot starting out, right? He was getting absolutely blasted in the jungle. It was when he played against Olaf, right?
It was Kindred on Sven's.
Oh yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah,
that was EG.
And then even against the Olaf, right? The Olaf
CLG.
He was still getting blasted.
Wiggly's Olaf. He did really well. Wiggly was the only one on CLG to have played well. But yes, correct.
It doesn't change the fact that for 2 in a row, he got kind of wrecked in the early game.
Yeah.
So.
But you know what? I saw the rise in some greatness coming through here. I mean, Kabe is a monster. The dude is,
that was good
dirty.
Shit, man. That was really good shit.
And it was really nice to see Biofrost coming back into the Bio Daddy.
100%.
And to see Broken Blade finally living up to what we've been looking for like a year now. That was
Yeah.
some great games from him.
He was playing out of his mind. Out of
Oh,
his
so
mind this
good.
weekend, man. I was
It was so
feeling
good
it.
and it was so
It
clean.
made
The
it made
draft
my
was so much better.
oh that was also a huge improvement.
Yep.
It felt like two different worlds watching the two drafts, and it almost makes me think that like was there some behind the scenes change that flipped that needed to happen.
Did Peter Zhang receive a phone call from the din?
The man himself.
The dark din.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm
Yeah.
terrified. I'm still waiting on those signed TSM jerseys I signed up for on Twitter.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
win the giveaway. I just want to be noticed. I just want to be noticed by the org, man. Is it that hard?
Weldon
Weldon noticed me.
giveaway.
Weldon noticed me.
Weldon did notice
We're
you,
on
that's true.
retweeting each other's Merry Christmas posts status. That's where we are.
There it is. There it is.
Um,
That's awesome. Well, we showed Weldon what for. He's gonna need another Merry Christmas after this weekend.
Oh, dude, for real. I mean, with those pieces though, I mean, he's got decent pieces, but it's just not anything. He's got pieces that Zix would have done well with. We could just say, right? Yeah. Like a very underpowered roster that has the potential to go on a run, but will they really?
I mean, Ruin is just a very not good top laner.
Mm-hmm.
Wiggly, though he had a great game against us, is still just like such a subpar jungler. Stixay is not anything that he was supposed. Like he was supposed to be the one that dethroned Double Lift, and it's just never. Never happened.
Remember when that happened? CLG was talking mad shit.
Oh yeah, it's a shame that Crown is really on a team that's dragging so hard. It kind of feels like a Froggen situation, like a great mid laner on a trash team. I mean, Froggen's on like a good team now, but being on Dignitas, but still, it just is really not good. So, and then Smoothie didn't get the revenge that he was talking about in that pre-game interview.
Big old yikes from me on that one. What was that?
That was my phone, which I did not silence.
We agreed.
Silence your phone.
We had a pact. We touched peepees and everything.
I remember that.
Yeah.
It was a dark day.
That was at PAX. I can't wait to go to PAX this year and definitely get coronavirus.
Yes, absolutely.
That'll be my favorite thing. If you guys are going to be at PAX East, hit me up. I will be there with the squad as usual. But yeah, I was talking about that. Let's divert. Why not? I was talking to Sean about that, and I was saying of all the years to go, we picked the 1 year to go to one of like the 3 places in the U.S. with a confirmed case of the coronavirus, in a setting that tries to pack as much people into a small space as humanly possible, in an interest, like a group of interests that consists of, a large population of Asians and Asian Americans, which is, I mean, my old roommate was from China. I don't know if he went home he probably didn't go home for the holiday, but it's just like, oh Lord. We were talking about going in cosplay as like the surgeons from Surgeon Simulator, like as a joke, but also as like wearing actual medical equipment so we wouldn't catch anything.
Yeah. That's funny. I think you're going to see a lot of people with masks, but they're going to be like weeaboo style masks.
They're going to be
they're
going to be fucking like Teemo masks or some.
Yeah, they're going to be like
whiskers and shit.
Intended to be like fashionable, but serving a real purpose.
Yeah, I might cop a couple. Like, let's be real here.
I probably would.
I'm gonna grab some Supreme surgical masks.
Yes,
oh my god! EP. Why are they not jumping all over that? That would be genius.
Supreme. It's so insensitive. It's really insensitive.
Dude, it's Supreme. Their job is not to be sensitive. Their job is to appease the hype beasts, son.
That's true. That is true.
Like, yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let's get back
to it. Let's circle back to.
So let's you kind of mentioned Dardoch being a bit of a weak link, but his steal is really what brought us back in the EG game.
Yeah, I was gonna
that Swifty steal on the Baron. The Baron, the dragon.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, yeah, it was nice. It was really good.
It was good.
However, I don't know. from TSM junglers, they've had a reputation for making those steals. You know, when Grig was Grig was our jungler, holy shit, how many steals? He was stealing every fucking thing.
He scripts. Like they like it would literally be a 1v5 and the enemy team would be so terrified to take a Baron if he was up.
It was unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, it was a big contribution and it was really good. Bjergsen also sneaky getting up to a huge lead there at one point.
He was. He still is not his typical form, and I think that's because he's still sick as shit. Like he's really really unwell. Yeah. Apparently, and I don't know if this is true, but somebody said that he was like playing with a puke bucket between his knees, kind of a thing.
Bjergsen. Yeah. Get a fucking personal physician.
I know.
Just have him pump you up with all of the drugs ever before the game.
Just steroids, a nice cocktail of every drug.
A nice drug cocktail, you know, a little
polio vaccine, Tylenol.
No, I imagine Bjergsen like walking out onto stage and then having to leave stage in a wheelchair because he can't walk anymore. because he got polio. He got polio during the game. Late stage polio.
Yep.
I mean, TSM's week 1 games were going long enough for him to develop late stage polio during the game.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Well, we improved our game time.
Yes, we absolutely did. Yeah.
So let's just hope that it's kind of continuing to move in the right direction. Again, I think that starting to draft where we feel comfortable while still in the meta, like obviously Set was a good pick for Broken Blade.
Holy shit! Yes, it was.
He was obviously comfortable on. Going Xayah Rakan. Fuck Senna. Fuck Aphelios. Just go Xayah Rakan.
Xayah Rakan every game. That's all you need.
Yeah, it feels good and it works. Like that's all you need. Don't go with Senna and Aphelios because they're strong. Go with what feels good and what you play well.
Exactly.
Just do that. And Xayah Rakan are obviously still very viable, so just keep them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we need more things like that. I know Bjergsen, he hovered the Zed and he didn't go for the Zed.
He was hovering the Zed for a hot minute too. I was very
excited. It was a long time.
I was about to be like, it's happening.
I know, I wanted it.
But
alas. Yeah. And so it was good to see everybody getting on comfort picks. It was interesting to see Dardoch pull out the Qiyana jungle, since Qiyana's not really played. He didn't do that great on it.
He did pretty poorly on it, but the announcers were also, the casters were shitting on that pick.
Oh yeah.
As soon as it was picked, they were like, this is garbage. Why would they do this?
Well, Kobe was like, okay, Qiyana top lane, let's go. And then it was Qiyana jungle and they were like, oh no.
Like,
oh no.
Oh, please God.
So, I mean, it worked out in the end. We got the win, but yeah, it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a rough go, but I like and appreciate that he's like picking carry junglers. He's picking junglers that aren't necessarily in the meta. So we just kind of need, I guess, to see him get more comfortable and back into his flow of where his mechanics really shine. I was really hopeful when he brought out the Lee Sin first game. Obviously, it didn't pan out well, but seeing him bring out like a carry champion and something that's not played currently very often is just, it's so encouraging to be like, all right, this guy's just going to do what he feels is right and what he feels he's going to be good on. He's not just going to be a Sejuani bot. Like, let's go.
Exactly.
So I hope that it continues with that trend. And even if we're able to kind of carry him across the finish line, then that's fine with me. Let's just, I'll take the W's.
Yeah, especially in that Qiyana game. A lot of their team fights this weekend had me clenching pretty hard though. Right, because it seemed like the flow of a lot of those team fights would be one of our members gets caught out or gets blown the frick up, dude. Like it's blown up. And then we have to take advantage of our superior team fight position to get another pick quickly and then kind of roll that into the rest of the team.
And then Broken Blade just needs to 1v1 the AD carry.
That's pretty much it. That's all you need. But yeah, no, it definitely, against teams with better map awareness for team fights, that advantage is going to go away in a hurry.
Yeah, it is.
You know, so it's something that I think should be very, like, it worked for us, but we should be wary of it.
Yeah, and I agree with most of those fights. It just kind of worked that way. I really loved, though, for at least the one fight that Biofrost just like saw and picked, like he just like dove ult and it was right near mid lane in the CLG game. It started off like after we had the great initiation was like kind of disadvantageous, and then we kind of turned it around and made it really good. But I want to see Go TSM. Go TSM is still my favorite iteration
baby.
of TSM.
It was disgusting.
Where
keep diving.
Somebody's
keep diving.
just like, here's a thing. Oh, we're diving.
Keep diving.
So there's just
they're
like somebody sees an opportunity and we go hard. And
absolutely.
Everybody goes hard. Even if we like 5-man wipe, I want everybody in going hard.
Oh, dude.
And so
I love it.
That's kind of what happened is like Biofrost saw this great opportunity and the rest of the team was like, all right, let's go. Like, let's do it. And they went in for it. And again, it was a little rough because they wrecked us a little bit, but oh no, this was EG. This wasn't. I'm thinking this was EG, not CLG.
We're talking in general.
Well, because the Aatrox was like actually like dealing mad damage.
The Aatrox was going insane. Yes.
Yeah.
The Aatrox was going full sicko mode.
The engage was great. The next piece of the fight looked really shaky, and then we turned it around, like you said, with that superior team fighting advantage to actually wipe the floor with the rest of them. Mm-hmm. But it was still just encouraging to see engagement and to see like hard, like let's go, and not like Smoothie style engagement where he's engaging and just nobody's. There.
Smoothie was never engaging. Smoothie was always engaging.
Yeah.
Engaging?
And some of them like they looked like they would be really clean if everybody was there.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Biofrost there was an engage he had where he popped Rakan ulti on a couple members of the opposing team. I can't remember which of the games this was. And I was watching it, and there was nobody else on the screen, and I'm like, they are way too far away for this engage to work. It ended up working out in our favor, but I was like, damn, that's on the very edge of a bold choice. And I love seeing it, though. I love seeing it because that's the kind of engage that Biofrost was making back when he played for TSM the first time. Yeah, and it's just it's good to see, man. It's good to see.
It is. It feels good. I'm so happy to have him back. It just is. It feels so right to have him back.
It feels so
in
right.
The black and white. It does.
100%, man.
But yeah, it was good. There's definitely some hesitations. We probably should have stomped harder on these teams, being as they're weak as they are. But I think that it kind of solidifies us as the top of the middle of the pack. Maybe middle of the pack because we were bottom of the pack. So it kind of said like, all right, well, these teams are like the really bad ones, and we're better than the really bad ones.
we're still not CLG. It's okay.
We're not top 4, but we're not bottom 4. It's just like it's just kind of like somewhere in the middle there.
Which is,
but I have hope,
I guess. But it's just like you want it. You want more than that as a TSM fan, especially of old, where you just remember I feel like a 85-year-old man. You know, I'm just like, I remember the good old days.
Yes. Remembering, like, TSM getting into finals was just not even a question.
Oh, yeah. It was like, we're going to get finals, and then are we going to... question,
we're going to win, and the real question is Worlds. Worlds is if we're actually going to be able to do anything, but now it's like, are we even going to make top 4?
Yeah, exactly. See, right? It's like... the playoff question is sketchy and stuff like that. It's a rough time to be in the TSM camp, but I mean, if they keep playing like this and they improve upon this week's play, they need to sit down and they need to analyze what they did, and they need to say, all right, look, this is a formula that we can start using here. So
an upset against Dignitas next weekend would be
huge. That would be
huge, seeing as though they're like pretty much, they're not the best team, but they're currently the second best right behind Cloud9. Maybe tied for second with FlyQuest, because FlyQuest is also doing really well.
I haven't been paying any attention to any team but TSM, so.
Okay, well, it's pretty much like Cloud9, FlyQuest and Dignitas, and then Team Liquid is still doing well because
TL
everyone
fourth
else.
Meme?
Yeah. Hey, but like, Brox is back,
dude. It's
which
like
means we're gonna actually see what they're like.
Oh,
Brox is in.
It's like TL's equilibrium state. It's like they have fluctuations, but they always end up back in the fourth place position. It's like home.
But now that their full roster is here, we're gonna see if they're the powerhouse that they're intended to be, or if they're no better off. I
What?
mean, right now
Yeah,
they're like a top 14, but not much higher. They're not really like a first or second team at the moment.
sure.
Um, so maybe they will be with Broxa coming in, but we'll see.
What was there like? Why was Broxa not able to play? Was
Visa
it was visa issues again? You think
visa issues. Yeah, it was
after
huge.
how many
Apparently,
damn seasons of this game?
I know. But apparently, um, it was kind of coming down to this week of like whether or not he'd even be able to play at
Are
all.
you serious,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah. So, it was really up in the air. People were getting pretty worried that he just wouldn't
Yeah,
be able to get it, and
yeah,
then
I can
the
imagine.
whole purchase and acquisition would be,
A complete waste. Yeah.
yep, and he would end up on like a mid to low tier EU team instead of wanting to be, or where he wanted to be.
That's all EU teams. Hey, it's a
Oh, we can't
meme.
talk like that because EU's so much better than NA.
Look, look, I
Uh,
know, but I sadly try and keep the hope alive. I'm like, one of
I
these
know.
days, one of these days, we're
I
gonna win Rift
remember when there
Rivals
was an
again.
equal rivalry, and I know EU fans will say there was never an equal rivalry, but there
Oh
was.
yeah,
We
there
were always
absolutely
like
was.
we were always like right there.
Exactly.
We always went back and forth. Like they would win sometimes, we would win sometimes, and often when we went head to head, NA came out on top, and that's just not true anymore.
No.
They're like leaps and bounds ahead of us. That is just not a competition. It's such a
It's hard
shame.
to watch, but it's
It
okay.
is.
We'll get back. We'll get back at
Okay.
them at some point. I
We
believe.
will. We will. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, that's pretty much it. I
Yeah,
have hope.
that's good to
I'm
know.
hoping that that we're able to continue to turn it around and keep up the streak. But I really, for spring, though my expectations were high, I think realistically, if we're able to get a third or fourth place, I think that that would be good, and then hopefully be able to turn around and come in strong for the summer. I think summer is really where I have higher expectations, assuming that things continue in this middle of the pack stage. If we get better than that, that's great. But
Sure.
I would really expect that if this roster doesn't produce high to mid high results, that something should change. I don't know who that is or where that is, but I would rather see it be like 2016 TSM, where we change one piece of the roster and suddenly, we're on top and stay on top. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm hoping.
Well,
If
if our
spring doesn't work out,
drafts,
summer will.
yeah, if our drafts continue on this trend, I think we're at least going to have a better shot at producing
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, agreed.
Because week one obviously had us both absolutely terrified
Yeah,
in
it was
terms
really
of the
bad.
draft. So if it continues on this trend in terms of the meta game, the drafting, the coaching, everything like that, the analytics, then hopefully we'll be able to put it together. Hopefully, big hope energy,
Big hope.
massive
Cool.
Bob hope.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, that sounds like a decent place to end it on.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
I think
you
so.
agree? All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in once again to Girth, Wind, and Fire. It's episode
Thank
4.
you.
We're doing this. We're really If you were sitting at home like, damn, are they really doing this? We're really doing this.
We are.
We're really doing it. So thank you for doing it with us. That's it's probably not the best.
No,
verbiage.
that's good.
That was good.
That's good.
It's like
Yeah, good.
Twisted Fate still has that voice line whenever you right click.
Doing it.
Yeah, doing it. I'm like, could you fucking not do it? Especially in my ear? Yeah, I'd rather you didn't do that. I would super rather that didn't happen.
Wow.
He's like, wait, what can you do?
What can you do?
Look, man, all I'm saying is I play League of Legends with one hand, so I have
Sometimes
a
it's all you
free
need.
hand, Anyway, on that lovely
On
note,
that note,
we will catch you guys probably next week. Like we said, it's if our schedules line up, we'll try and get something out every week, even if it is just like a short little 5-minute rapid fire thing. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We will catch you next time, and I'll see you later. Bye now.
bye.